What if the food in your kitchen right now could help protect you from cancer? Let's reveal 10 powerful foods doctors don't want you to ignore. Most people have no idea their daily meals are creating the exact environment that allows cancer cells to grow. They're not eating poison, they're just eating wrong. And today, that changes. I'm not here to hand you a random list of superfoods, because if you don't understand why a food works, you won't stick with it. But once you see the mechanism, once it clicks, you will never look at your plate the same way again. This isn't about finding one magic bullet. Cancer risk isn't driven by one thing, so it can't be reduced by one thing. What I'm giving you today is a system, 10 foods, each one targeting a specific biological factor that influences how cancer cells grow and spread. Let's start with the single biggest thing that fuels cancer cells, and most people are unknowingly doing it 3 times a day. How cancer cells feed. Cancer cells are essentially broken cells that refuse to follow the rules, and just like a toddler throwing a tantrum, they run on one thing: sugar. This is called the Warburg effect, a discovery made by Nobel Prize-winning scientist Otto Warburg, and it reveals that cancer cells consume glucose up to 20 times faster than normal, healthy cells. They're energy-hungry, inefficient, and completely dependent on a steady sugar supply. Think of cancer like a fire. Gasoline is the fuel. You don't fight a fire by pouring more fuel on it. You cut off the supply and suffocate it. Every food on this list does one of 3 things: cuts off that fuel, helps reduce the inflammation cancer thrives in, or strengthens your body's own natural defenses. Let's get into it. Foods 1 to 4 help starve cancer cells. Food number 1, avocado. Healthy fats, 0 sugar. Avocado gives your body clean, slow-burning fuel that cancer cells can't efficiently use. Beyond that, compounds called avocatins have been studied for their potential to help reduce the growth of certain leukemia cells. Add avocado to anything, every single day. Food number 2, leafy greens. Spinach, kale, arugula, whatever you'll actually eat. Low in carbohydrates, dense in nutrients, and rich in folate, a compound that supports DNA repair before mutations take hold. Leafy greens are your body's daily maintenance crew, quietly working in the background, keeping your cells clean. Food number 3, turmeric. Curcumin, the active compound in turmeric, has been the subject of over 3,000 published research papers exploring its potential to interfere with cancer cell growth pathways. 3,000! But here's the catch most people miss. Curcumin is poorly absorbed on its own. You have to pair it with black pepper. The piperine in black pepper boosts absorption by up to 2,000%. Always pair them. Always. Food number 4, blueberries. Don't let the sweetness fool you. The glycemic load is actually low, and the real power comes from anthocyanins, the pigments that give blueberries their deep blue color. These compounds are potent free radical neutralizers that help reduce chronic inflammation, one of the core environments where cancer risk increases. Now we shift gears. We move from reducing cancer's fuel supply to actively boosting your body's defenses, and your immune system is the weapon. Foods 5 through 7. Boost your immune system. Food number 5, garlic. When you crush or chop a garlic clove, you release allicin, a compound studied for its ability to help slow abnormal cell growth and support programmed cell cleanup. Raw garlic is the most potent form. Cooked still delivers benefits, but that pre-minced stuff sitting in a jar, by the time it reaches your plate, the allicin activity is almost completely gone. Fresh only. Food number 6, medicinal mushrooms. Shiitake, maitake, reishi. These aren't your average pizza toppings. They contain beta-glucans, compounds that directly activate your immune system's natural killer cells, specialized immune cells whose job is to seek out and clear abnormal cells before they become a bigger problem. Medicinal mushrooms keep those cells on high alert around the clock. Food number 7, red bell peppers. The most underrated food on this entire list. Red bell peppers contain more vitamin C than oranges, with virtually no sugar. Vitamin C supports immune function and actively assists your liver in neutralizing carcinogens before they have the chance to cause cellular damage. More immune support, less sugar. It's a no-brainer. Your liver, by the way, is your body's chemical processing plant, filtering toxins, neutralizing harmful compounds, and regulating hormones. Foods 8 and 9 are its best fuel. Food number 8, broccoli. One of the most researched foods in cancer prevention science. It contains two compounds, sulforaphane and indole-3-carbinol, that work together to help your liver neutralize carcinogens and regulate estrogen metabolism. Estrogen imbalance is a known risk factor for several cancers, including breast and prostate. One critical note: steam your broccoli lightly. Boiling it destroys the very compounds you're eating it for. Light steam, maximum benefit. Food number 9, fermented foods. Sauerkraut, kimchi, kefir. Your gut needs these. Here's something that surprises most people. Approximately 70% of your immune system physically resides in your gut. The bacteria living there either support your defenses or undermine them. Fermented foods introduce beneficial bacteria that crowd out harmful strains, reduce gut inflammation, and reinforce your immune barrier from the inside. A healthy gut is not optional. It is the foundation everything else is built on. And the 10th food? It's not exotic, it won't break your budget, but the science behind it might genuinely surprise you. Food number 10, fatty fish. Salmon, sardines, mackerel. Omega-3 fatty acids work at the cellular level, directly competing with pro-inflammatory compounds for the same biological receptors, and they win. 2 to 3 servings a week is enough to measurably reduce your body's overall inflammatory load. Less inflammation means a less favorable environment for cancer cells to grow and spread. Now flip the coin entirely. Ultra-processed food, the chips, the packaged snacks, the drive-through meals, undermines every single mechanism we just covered. It spikes blood sugar and feeds the Warburg effect. It drives systemic inflammation. Its chemical additives act as endocrine disruptors, interfering with normal hormone function, and it damages your gut microbiome, dismantling the very immune foundation we just talked about rebuilding. It doesn't just offer nothing, it actively works against your body's natural defenses. The bottom line: you don't need a prescription for this. You don't need an expensive supplement stack or a complicated protocol. You need a grocery list and the understanding of why every item on it matters. An environment of high sugar, chronic inflammation, weakened immunity, disrupted hormones, and poor gut microbiome is where cancer risk rises. These 10 foods work together to systematically reduce that risk, one meal at a time. The change doesn't happen overnight, but it starts at your very next meal. If this gave you a new way of thinking about your health, hit that subscribe button right now, because this is just one piece of the puzzle. Every week, I break down the science of how food, lifestyle, and biology work together so you can make decisions that actually move the needle on your health. Subscribe and don't miss what's coming next.